Welcome to TGL Music. Today, I'm going to be ranking every song on All Time Low's fifth studio album, Don't Panic. I'll be honest, I love this album. This may be my favorite album. You'll have to wait and see once I do my ranking of every All Time Low album, but this is definitely going to be up there. I've always really loved this. It's bop after bop. Only 12 songs on this album, and I think that helps it a lot as well, having a song or two, less than a lot of other albums, at least that have come after it. And yeah, it is just such a great album. Yeah, there's not really much else to say about it. We're just going to get into the ranking. So remember, this is my personal ranking for this album. I'm ranking them from my least favorite to my favorite. Let me know in the comments down below how you would rank this Don't Panic album. So let's get started. So Long Soldier feat. Anthony Ranieri comes in at number 12. Now, this is my least favorite song on the album. That still isn't saying much though, because I still really like this song. It is fairly comfortably my least favorite though. It's a very rocky song actually. It's probably one of, if not the heaviest song on the album in some ways. It's got this kind of slightly offbeat drum beat that some people will really like. It's very fast paced, and yeah, it's kind of offbeat. Kind of reminds me of kind of like old Blink-182 or like old Fall Out Boy maybe. That sort of feel to it. It's got quite an old fashioned sort of feel to it. And yeah, some people will really like that. For me, like I said, I like this song, but for me, it's just, yeah, the kind of off drum beat doesn't really work for me all the time. It's also quite samey throughout the whole song. So yeah, right at the end, it kind of goes, the drums completely go away and it goes to like an acoustic bit for like the last little play through the chorus. I really like that. A nice way to end out the song. But yeah, for me, it comes in at number 12, but still a very good song. Thanks to You comes in at number 11. Another really great song, and having to be this low down the list just shows how good this album is to me. But yeah, Thanks to You, I think the main reason it goes a little bit lower down for me is because this chorus just isn't quite as exciting and interesting as some of the other songs on this album. This album is really good for its choruses, like really good. So for me, yeah, the chorus, it doesn't let it down, but I think it's just a bit more generic, a bit less interesting than a lot of other songs on this album. It's kind of slow in like the lyrics. There's not a massive amount of lyrics in the chorus, but there's still plenty of great stuff going on here. I mean, this entire album is very rock. This is a very rock album. Like, as for like, the consistency of how rocky an album is, this is probably up there, like maybe is their rockiest album. Like there's slow songs on this album, but even the slow songs are quite rocky and quite pumpy. So this is probably the rockiest album in my opinion from All Time Low. I haven't listened to like their first album that was kind of there before, I can't remember what the other album's called, but The Party Scene, their first album before they kind of got signed. I haven't really listened to that fully, but yeah, this one is super rocky. This song is super rocky, and it has some great moments where, the guitar and the drums cut out and then instantly come back in. And it has a great little guitar solo in it as well. So once again, another great song. So Long and Thanks for All the Booze comes in at number 10. This is the final song on the album, and once again, really good album. I think, kind of the common thing for me with these last few is just that the chorus doesn't quite do it for me like some of the other ones do. The chorus for this one, once again, it's a good chorus. It's fine. The lyrics for me aren't the most kind of out there and amazing, just like, gimme, gimme my motivation, gimme, gimme my dream. It's not like the most exciting and, awesome lyrics in the chorus in this one, but it's a really good beat. It's a really good song. A great way to end out the album. You're the snake hidden in my daffodils when I'm picking flowers. That's just my luck these days. The Irony of Choking on a Lifesaver comes in at number 9. Now this one was actually a couple of positions higher, but I moved it further down towards the end of, coming to doing this video when I kind of finalized my ranking. It just doesn't really, it's one of the slower songs on the album actually, but it's still very rocky, very, good hard guitar and stuff, and some good drums in there too. But I think once again, the chorus isn't super interesting. The verse and the chorus sound very similar to each other. There's not a massive shift up from verse to chorus. And I think there are songs on this album that have a great, really good shift up, change from verse to chorus. This one isn't one of those. And I think for that, just when I listened to it back for this kind of ranking, I thought, yeah, there's some cool lyrics in there and stuff, but it's a bit slower. It doesn't quite have that difference and that change that a lot of others do. So that's why it only ends up at number 9. To Live and Let Go comes in at number 8. This is another really, really good song. I guess, once again, one of the slower songs, but it doesn't have a massive switch up in the chorus, but it has a big enough switch up that I like. It also has a really good kind of build up bridge section towards the end where, it's a bit more dumbed down, quietened down, just a bit of thumping drums, and it kind of builds up to a real crescendo, and then you get back into the final chorus with like this almost kind of, I don't know, echoey walkie-talkie sort of sound before you get into the final chorus again with Alex's vocals. It's a really good song. There's just more better songs on this album. Outlines featuring Jason Venner comes in at number 7, or Jason Vena, I'm not sure how you pronounce his name. This song, I think, is one that is slept on quite a lot and does not get talked about. I really like this song. I actually, when going through this ranking, I kind of forgot about this. The title doesn't, from what I remember, come up in the song at all. So you see Outlines and you're like, what song is this? Then you listen to it and you remember which song it is. And I love this song. It's not really a pre-chorus. It's just how the chorus starts. I'm just a moment, so don't let me pass you by. It starts playing that in kind of a bit of a softer tone, and then We'll Be Legends Tonight. And then for the second part of the chorus, which is the same sort of melody again, similar lyrics, just a little bit changed up, it gets into it a lot more, some more guitar, some more drums, and then the verse is just really good. And then towards the end, the kind of bridge, sort of more of like a breakdown section where it kind of slows down a bit, or the tempo shifts a little bit and it becomes really rocky, really hard. And I think this is a song that is honestly forgotten about quite a lot on this album, but it is just such a good song. So long live the reckless and the brave. I don't think you'll wanna be saved tonight. The Reckless and the Brave comes in at number 6. This is track number 1 on this Don't Panic album, and it is such a good way to start the album. Just the great chorus from, it gets into it from the verse, long live the reckless and the brave. It just absolutely thumps you into it when it gets started. It goes quiet a little bit, kind of like so long, and then it just gets into the chorus. I love the verse into the chorus on this one. It is not the most kind of dynamic and changing song on the album. Still a bit more than some of the songs we've talked about so far, but not quite as dynamic and changing as some that we will get to. But it's a great way to start the album to get you into the mood for this album. Somewhere in Neverland comes in at number 5. This one was a struggle, wondering where to put it. Did I want to put it up higher? So many of these songs from this point onwards are so close to each other because they're all just so good. But I ended up putting Somewhere in Neverland at number 5. It starts out with a great little kind of guitar riff solo at the start. But to be honest, most of this song, the drums are very prominent. The drums are, I'd say, other than the vocals, the main kind of part of this song that you can hear. And throughout the chorus, the way they come in and come out, and the beat that the drummer is playing throughout this song is just so good, and it really pumps you up and just absolutely smacks you through the chorus. It is one that I love to just kind of air drum along to this song. I have that a lot on this album because there is some really good drums on this album, whether they're real drums or a bit more electronic-y. I don't 100% know. They sound pretty good. That's all I'm gonna say. They sound good to me and you can really hear them, so I'm happy about that. But yeah, there's a lot of songs on this album that I just love to kind of air drum along to, and this song is especially one of those, especially in the chorus where it kind of gets halfway through the chorus and then it kind of You know, better reality, yeah. And it's like Wendy, you know, it gets back into it there. I love that drum bit there where it kind of it's just drums solely for that little bit, and oh, such a good song.
If these sheets were the stakes and you were miles away, I'd fold them end over end.
If These Sheets Were the States comes in at number 4, another absolute banger of a song. This one, once again, from the verse to the chorus, it kind of cuts out, then it's If These Sheets, and it absolutely gets into it with the guitar and the drums and rocks out through the verse and through the chorus. It's just so good throughout. Then there's kind of the breakdown and the guitar solo kind of bridge section towards the end, you know, the do 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 do. Such a great little guitar solo. There are some awesome solos, from guitar solos to drum solos, in this album, and this is for sure one of them. If these sheets were stars, if these sheets were states. I always say if these sheets were the states because I'm pretty sure that's what it says in the song, but it's actually if these sheets were states. Is such a good song. Paint You Wings comes in at number 3. I think this is another one kind of like Outlines, but maybe even more so. I think this is probably talked about more than Outlines, but another song that I think is quite underrated. Paint You Wings comes towards the end of the album, and for me, it is just such a good song. I just love all these songs on this album mostly have just such a good verse into chorus. You know, the whole I painted a picture of the things I wanted most. It just comes into it so well, and the way the guitar throughout that is just like just the beat and everything. And then you have the breakdown towards the end where it kind of goes into a bit of, it's not really acoustic guitar, but it's just electric guitar, but just kind of the doodle 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 doo. And then there's the whole, you know, the bridge of when will the princess figure it out? She ain't worth saving. And then it's like doo doo with the drums and the electric guitar. It just, and then it builds back up into the chorus again for the final time. Oh, just such a feel good and great song. For Baltimore comes in at number 2. Now this was number 1 for quite a long time, and I swapped it towards the end of my, you know, switching around with the rankings. Number 1 just about overtook it at the last second, but they are very close to each other. These are up there as some of my favorite songs from All Time Low of all time. And yeah, by the way, we're talking about the original Don't Panic album, not It's Longer Now. I didn't actually mention that at the start of the video, but yeah, this is just the Don't Panic. So the extra 3 or 4 tracks are not on this. You would have figured that out already, you know, knowing that there's only 12 on this list. But yeah, For Baltimore is such a good song. I love going into the chorus. Why can't Thursday last forever? I mean, I don't know why you'd want Thursday to last forever, because you've still then got Friday. And, you know, if we're talking about like a work week, it doesn't really make much sense, but whatever. It's just such a good song, and I love this one so much. But yeah, it did just get overtaken by the number 1 spot. Backseat Serenade comes in at number 1. This was the song that just overtook For Baltimore at the last second for me. Backseat Serenade is such a good song. It's got all the things that are great about All Time Low, and especially this album, with the constant cutouts of drums and guitar and getting back into it. This album has all of that. Great drums, great guitar, some vocals, some female vocals in there as well. She's not actually credited, like, I think she is like on the album, like in the little booklet she's credited, but she's not credited like as a feature, so I'm not sure 100% who it is. I don't have that information on me just right now. But yeah, the female vocals in this add to it as well, makes it really, really good. And all round, yeah, just Backseat Serenade is such a great song. Is it the second song on the album? Yeah, it's the second song on the album. And yeah, it just absolutely gets you pumping. Such a great song, such great flow. Absolutely love this one. So there we go. That was my ranking of All Time Low's Don't Panic album, their 5th studio album. Like I said, I love this album. I honestly think it might be my favorite album. It's definitely up there. You'll have to wait and see when I do my All Time Low album ranking video where I actually put it. But it's up there for sure. It is such a good album for me. Absolutely rocking. The guitar and the drums are at some of their best, if not their best, on this album. Honestly, I think the sound of this album is so good, And yeah, it is an absolute joy of an album to listen to. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, please go ahead, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.